Hi everybody, today is December the 7th, and as always, we're gonna tell the pen story. This pen story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into what something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So are you ready? Let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use this pen for? To write. Now there's the dog inside the room. I'm gonna wait this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sneak, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as the pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, right? For the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there'll be no human, no dog, okay? So what does this thing become? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. It becomes almost nothing. And the ancient wisdom count this as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishi Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this thing is currently on the table, and when there is no human, no dot, it comes back to true self, and we call it the emptiness. However, when I come back to the room and look at this, this becomes a pen. When the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, we both look at this at the very same time. What does this thing becomes? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with. It comes back to itself and we call it the emptiness. However, it has the potential to become anything or anyone depending on who or what is interacting with it. And that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen come in from me or does this pen come in from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is the pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna think this one become a diamond. Okay. So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are seeds inside our mind that the ancient wisdom call as karma. When we see something, the seed inside our mind will pop up, open up, and cover this thing and may I see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted the seed into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? By three ways, by our word, by our action, by our thought, especially when we try to help other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this palm will open up and both me and my friend will see it and it's still living mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has already been planted into my mind. And I pop up, open up, and cover this thing and make me see it for what had been planted earlier into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over four different lessons. The first lesson is both correct. So we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and if possible, we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everything or everyone surround you, and trust the potential of whatever happened to you. And along with that, we know that everyone has the potential, right? So we all gonna change, including ourselves. So we know that if we know that we learn to treasure this very moment, because this very moment is all we have, because everything will change. Also, we learn to treasure this very moment, because at this very moment, anything can happen, anything magical, as long as you give yourself the power of seeing all the potential or things around you and within yourself. And the third lesson is, everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to you. Don't blame anyone, because in the end, you are the only one who can plant the seed into your mind. And through what? Through your word, through your action, through your thoughts. And that leads us to the fourth lesson is how to create or manufacture your dream life. So you already know the key. So first you have to know what you want to do, and then you start planting that seed using your word, your action, your thoughts. If you want to have a happiness, you have to plant the happiness seed using your word, your action, your thoughts. Helping others around you and yourself to be happy. If you want to have prosperity, then you use your word, your action, your thoughts, helping other people surround you and yourself to be richer. And all that, whatever that you want, you have to use your word, your action, your thoughts, giving the gift, planting the seed into your mind, helping other people to get that seed. And just by doing that, it will come back to you. The seed's gonna be planted into your mind, and that is when it's gonna come back to you again. So the secret of life is to be mindful of your words, to be mindful of your action, to be mindful of your thoughts, because that is what gonna create or dictate your future. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is actually today I have a tough class. It's my second class after coming back, and it's actually and I actually feel very happy to be able to see my students again, and to see them all grow up, to see them all beautiful and glowy. And it's just a very, very happy feeling. And I feel very grateful for, a Pacific Rim Foundation to be able to give me that opportunity to connect with people that I don't know, from other part of Vietnam, and being able to practice English with them, to share with them lesson in my life. I think that is something very, 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 very wonderful and amazing, and I'm very, very grateful for that. And through the process of teaching ETOP, I actually learn a lot myself as well. By teaching them, I learn the lesson. By teaching them, I also learning from them as well. So that's the lesson that I would like to share with you all today. Thank you, Anna, for accompanying me in this 3,000-day journey. And I hope you have a fantastic time with your family right now, and enjoy the cold weather in Hanoi City today. And thank you everyone for listening to me. And if by me sharing with you the page story on my lesson today is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my daughter's family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my clients, to my neighbors, or to any living things in this world or any other worlds, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye bye.